On my 70th birthday, I waited alone, no calls, no visits. They chose their stepmom over me, but they had no idea I was the one holding the $1 million legacy. I always believed birthdays were a celebration of life, a reminder of the love you've given and received. But on the morning of my 70th birthday, as I sat alone in the quiet kitchen with a single cup of tea and no calls, no messages, no laughter, just silence, I realized something had changed. My children, the ones I raised through sleepless nights, scraped knees, and endless sacrifices, had chosen someone else to celebrate with. Their stepmother. A woman I never resented but never fully trusted. And that truth shattered something deep inside me. It hadn't always been like this. After their father passed away, I held our family together with trembling hands and tired feet. I worked 3 jobs, sold jewelry, and even skipped meals so they could eat better. I didn't complain. A mother doesn't. But when Henry came into my life years later, gentle, kind, and a widower himself, I thought perhaps fate had remembered me. We married quietly. My children were grown by then, with lives of their own. But they never accepted him, not truly. And after Henry passed, the distance between me and my children grew. Slowly. Quietly. Painfully. Last year, when my health started to decline, I tried to reach out. I hinted at needing help with appointments, groceries, even just a ride. My daughter, Emily, always had a meeting. My son, Jason, said traffic was bad. I understood. Life is busy. But deep down, I wondered, had I become an afterthought in the lives I once centered my world around? This year, I planned a small birthday dinner. Just a simple meal, cooked with care, with photos of their childhood on the walls. I called a week before, excited. Emily said she'd check with her husband. Jason said he'd get back to me. The day came. I waited. And waited. Then the phone pinged. A photo. Them. With her. Their stepmom. At a vineyard, glasses raised, smiling. Happy birthday, Mom, the message read. We're treating Patricia today too, it just felt right. I stared at that image for a long time. Tears blurred my vision, but they weren't just from pain. They were from clarity. They had made their choice. Not maliciously. Not even cruelly. But clearly. What they didn't know, what no one knew, was that after Henry passed, I'd quietly managed our finances. I had invested, saved, and watched carefully. Bit by bit, year by year. I never spoke of it. I didn't want them to see me as a bank. Just their mother. But now, as I sat alone, it hit me, why had I been holding on? The next week, I updated my will. Every $1 million in total, was redirected to a scholarship fund. A fund in Henry's name, for single mothers who needed a second chance at life. Just like I once did. I wrote letters to my children, not out of anger, but honesty. I told them I loved them. I always would. But love wasn't blind. It sees. It learns. And sometimes, it lets go. Months passed. Emily came by, eventually. She noticed the empty living room, the packed boxes. I was moving to a smaller town, to volunteer at a local women's shelter. When she asked about the house, about the finances, I simply smiled and said, everything's been taken care of. I wasn't bitter. I was free. Free from the ache of waiting for something that wasn't coming. Free to give my heart where it would be valued, not overlooked. And somewhere, in a college dorm, a young single mother opens an envelope that says she's been granted the Henry Grace Hope Scholarship. Her eyes light up. Her journey begins. And my story finally finds peace.